Okay guys, welcome back to the channel and another episode on the 996 rebuild. So I'm up on Sunday morning. I didn't get to the garage yesterday because we were out all day. And yeah, I picked up some spare parts from OPC Dresden on Friday, which are all for the front left-hand side heater cooling matrix, and so some pipes, some clips, and so on. So I'll go into that in a minute, but essentially I've only got a couple of hours up here today, so I'm looking at concentrating on that one side. So let's get on. So this is the parts delivery, or at least I picked them up. These are the two pipes for the front left-hand side cooler. They were looking a bit porous on the last video, I think you may remember. So I thought, while I've got it all apart, it's well worth doing now. Strangely enough, one of them was 25 euros and the other one was something like 43. So goodness knows why, because they look very similar to me, but that's Porsche logic for you. Then I've got the clips for the radiator that go into the bracket. They're the push clips. And then I've got the, where there are they? The washers for it. One of the clips there, which was broken off at the top for the water pipes. And then I've got like a spacer clip for the fuel lines, which broke the other day. One other thing here is a small self-tapping screw for the headlight holder, which you may remember from a previous video I drilled out. I did find one which was close, but it wasn't perfect, so I just bought another one. But all of this, I say all of this in speech marks because it's not that much, came to 119 euros. But mustn't grumble, it was there the next day. So yeah, I'm going to get on and fix that now. So this is the corner I'm talking about. You remember from the other side, I've put the radiator bracket and the radiator on and all the pipe work attached and so on. But, and I would have done that last weekend, but just looking at these pipes, they are not looking too good. Now, a lot of that's probably dirt and so on, but I scraped away at it and I thought, what's the point? They're original, they're gonna need replacing anyway, so I'll do them. These two at the front are fine, but you can see where I've marked, that's that clip, the two hoses. Those things are bad and need redoing. So I'm going to dig the radiator bracket out of there, fix it to the radiator itself, because if you remember, you can't fix the bracket to the car and then the radiator to it afterwards. You have to do it beforehand. So I'm going to bring the car down on the lift and do that now. But before I do that, I'm obviously going to do the water pipes. Okay, so this is just quite interesting. I was just going to tape this up here, just to make sure I get the pipe in the right place. But actually what Porsche have done is a little notch in the pipe and a little mark on the metal pipe, both ends. It's an arrow also pointing forward to the front of the car, but also matches up with a little notch there. So that's how you line up the pipes on this radiator. Okay, so it took a bit of time, but that is all, excuse me, all in. Clips are in. I cleaned up these clips as well, look a lot better. And up there as well. The only ones I didn't get to were these, but I'll just do that when I replace these pipes here. I'm not doing that now, they're fine. Okay, so onto the bracket. Okay, so before I bring out the radiator and fit it to the bracket, I'm just going through my bag of bits here. And these are the rubber bungs which go in here, but these have got a little bit of rust on them. So I'm going to clean these up because they're otherwise fine. And then put them in and then put the radiator in. Okay, so I've put the top rubber bung in. I'm just going to put the bottom one in so you can see this is the way round they go. They, you know, intuitively you think they go around that way, but they don't. They go around the other way. So I've just put a little bit of grease in there, as I've been doing with this car, just to prevent any, or to help prevent any rust in there. Because looking at the old ones, that is definitely a spot where water can collect behind these rubbers. Come on, yes. So give it a bit of a turn there so it spreads the grease out a little bit. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to get the cooler out and then fit it together. Okay, so I'm going to, can't really see it down here at the moment, but I'm just going to put the radiator into the housing. Okay. I suppose what I should have done before is actually put these clips in. Okay, so it helps immensely if you put the radiator up the right way, first of all. So, just going to push that in there. Annoyingly, I can't find, or I've used the other clips for this, for these water pipes, so that's a bit annoying. Because it's such a tight fit here, you can only really connect the water pipes and then install the radiator. But I'm just going to have to push them out the way, unfortunately. Yes, yes, yes. Get that back there. And then the two bolts at the bottom. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it all in place first, and then going to come back and put some thread locker on these bolts on the underside. There we go. It's a bit tight, that one now. Okay, well, that one's in, that one's in. So you can see I've had to push those hoses just above the fittings because I've got to get the clamps on there afterwards and under there as well. It's just pushed away. And also I've got to swap over this clamp here because this is where this this small hose goes, and I'll just replace it with this cap here. Yeah, and now I'm just gonna push these brackets in a sec. Obviously, and I'm just putting a little bit of grease on there just to protect them ever so slightly, because they get they're really quite exposed, these things, and they get very rusty. So on goes the washer, and this clip goes from, let's have a look, from the front of the car to the back. That's how you install it. You sort of push it back. So I'm just going to push this whole lot together. There we go. And that's in. Just sort of turn it a little bit just to make sure it's in. And there we are. One there. And I'm just going to go and do the same on the other side now. Okay, so time flies when you're having fun. So it's gone 12 now. It's 12:15, and I've got to be home by 1. So I'm just going to do some tidying up in the garage. So the stuff is all over the place as usual. But I've got this side done. Marked up the bits that I need to order. So 2 clips there. And yeah, so that's it for today. So just a short video for today because I didn't have much time up here, but better than nothing. So I'll see you next week.